Hello, my name is Cassandra Kaiser, and this presentation will take you through my digital education experience here at Azusa Pacific University. After graduating from a student into a teacher in the classroom, it was finally time to venture back to school to clear my credential. I wanted to find not only a great school, but a master's program that would truly be engaging while being useful in my profession. I finally decided on the Special Education and Educational Technology program at APU. For one, I wanted to be able to reach my students in consideration of their unique educational needs, but I was also excited about learning how to incorporate technology into the classroom. And this program did just that. I am now a digital teacher. Technology is used in my classroom for virtually all subjects, including language arts, math, science, social studies, and even PE and art class. I'm excited as ever about all the things that an effective digital classroom involves. Thanks to my classes and many great professors, I've designed an exciting web quest that allows my 4th grade students to become a 49er in search of California gold. I continue to create videos to assist in student learning. I connect with my students, their families, and other professionals through social media, blogs, and my class website. And I have developed a standards-based unit that is designed to reach all the learning intelligences at all levels of cognition through the use of technology. I'm amazed when I consider how much I've learned in such a short amount of time. This program has truly changed the way that I teach forever. For my action research project, I picked a situation that I was struggling with at school. All teachers know that you have to have routines and policies set up for every aspect of the school day, including what to do when students need to use the bathroom. My action research project observed the implementation of a new bathroom policy in my current 4th grade classroom. In the first weeks of school, far too much instructional time was being lost for the entire class under the current system. I knew that I had to do something about it since the policy I had in place just didn't seem to be working. I needed a new system to encourage students to use the restroom during appropriate times and to discourage them from asking when they did not really have to go. So after researching numerous forums and teacher websites, I gathered up all the ideas that I thought would best fit my students and my own teaching style. The question was, will implementation of a new bathroom policy encourage students to use the restroom during appropriate times and discourage them from asking to be excused during instructional time? During the first week of the study, I recorded the number of times that students had to be dismissed to use the restroom during class instruction. For the following 5 weeks, I adjusted the current policy to see if that number would decrease or if I would have to try something else. In the end, the new bathroom policy reduced distractions by over 60%. My students have become more responsible about taking care of their bodily needs while still respecting the classroom environment. Even simple changes like a bathroom policy make a significant impact on the smoothness of the school day. Now I believe I have a well-outlined and functioning bathroom policy that I can use as long as I remain teaching at this school. Not only did this action research project improve procedures in my classroom, this action process has also taught me how to try something new, but actually use data to assess whether my ideas are successful or require a different approach, as I have learned to use actual objective results when I try to implement something into my personal or professional life. I chose to work on a science lesson for my unit plan. When I first began teaching elementary grade levels, science became my newly discovered favorite academic subject. I fell in love with science, but oddly enough, I never enjoyed learning science when I was in elementary school. It was just too hard. Well, science continues to be a difficult subject to teach and learn. This unit plan on the rock cycle allowed me to take the curriculum that my school uses and change 4 simple lessons that can be covered in a quick 4 days and dig deeper, stretching the concepts over 15 days so that students will have a true and thorough understanding of the content. And not only will they understand what they are learning, but they will also be excited as they discover things through digital resources and multimedia projects in the 4th grade that are comparable to work assigned with higher grades. Students will build their own academic skills as they teach themselves and their classmates, comment and critique, revise and design. And every type of learner is included, as it focuses on not only technology, but also incorporating the multiple learning intelligences into the lessons. There is no permission to forget right after taking the test with this unit, thanks to the depth and mastery that the included projects will provide. I cannot wait to see the difference as I compare this same unit of study that I taught last year with this innovative and digital unit that will be used with my 4th grade class for years to come. To sum it all up, content will be delivered to the students using technology in order to teach the different cognitive levels while addressing multiple intelligence strengths. To have a better picture of what this will look like, the unit will start out with a focus on minerals and properties. Students will be taught through lecture assisted by the online textbook, the audio component, an active glossary, related video, and a projector which teaches to the visual and verbal intelligences. For the naturalist and kinesthetic intelligences, student will be able to observe actual rock and mineral samples. To build a strong knowledge and fluency of the unit's vocabulary, students will use Spelling City on laptops and iPads to match definitions to terms through the crossword puzzle and other prepared activities. The second phase explores ORs. This will take about 2 or 3 days and will include the verbal, visual, interpersonal, naturalist, and the musical intelligence. Students will explore the online text, but they will begin to work on creating projects by applying what they have learned to show the depth of their understanding. Students will collaborate and communicate in small groups to perform an online search of an assigned OR. They will gather information involving the function, value, and details of that OR and then create an advertisement using a single slide on PowerPoint. They will include images, charts, text, and illustrations to advertise their OR. Working in their groups, students will also create their own song to record and include with the slide. They will use apps such as Songify and Audacity to record their song. The finished project will be shown to the entire class so that students are reporting their OR to one another through digital tools. Third part of this unit will be especially engaging for those who learn best kinesthetically, meaning that they learn by doing. The logical and intrapersonal intelligence will also help students understand key concepts as they learn how to sort minerals. Students will work through an online lab to experiment and learn how to classify minerals by these properties. Following their independent practice, the students will work in groups in a hands-on inquiry lab using physical rocks and tools. Students will observe, examine, and compare and contrast the unknown minerals as they test the hardness, streak, luster, and crystal shape. They'll record their observations into a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. This activity will present a very clear and logical process to classify each mineral according to its unique properties. Rock identification fun doesn't end there. Students will also bring in rocks found in their environment to examine and identify in class. They will take a photo of their rock using an iPad and then use Sketch to diagram and label the properties onto their digital photo. To demonstrate their ability to not only identify minerals, but also to explain the process of identifying minerals, students will use laptops and a game found online to create their own 6-panel comic strip to give examples that validate the identification of a particular mineral. Students will then learn all about classifying rocks as igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rocks. They will learn using songs and chants that help those with the musical intelligence to memorize terms. Students will be able to describe the different rock classifications by using Google Maps or Sketch to visually show the likely locations to find the 3 types of rocks. Students will also design a logical display of the sequence of events that form igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rocks using inspiration maps. Next, students will learn all about the rock cycle. This section of the unit will use a lot of technology that especially builds upon the logical, visual, and naturalist intelligence. Again, using inspiration maps, students will create a web of possibilities in the rock cycle, proving that it is not linear but rather has multiple routes. The web will start with one rock, but then be structured to show how a rock can move and transform in the rock cycle due to the processes that it might undergo. Using this web, students will independently contribute to a class publication by writing their own online blog using edublogs.com and student laptops. They will follow their web that was previously created on the iPads and use a rock of their own choice to create an imaginative narration of a rock's journey through the rock cycle. These rock diaries will summarize the information gathered online and in class, include unit vocabulary, and be written from the first-person perspective. Moving from interpersonal to intrapersonal, students will be able to review each other's work for revisions and proofreading. To make things even more enjoyable, partners will use the Talking News app, which will imitate student voices as they comment and critique on each other's blogs in order to help improve narratives. After all corrections are made and any images are added to the blogs, students will upload their own narration as a podcast using Audacity. They will be instructed on how to add music and sound effects and later upload their recording to their blog, which again could be addressing the verbal and musical intelligences. Instead of tests, student work will be driven and assessed using rubrics.